Hello, welcome back to yet another exciting episode of City Skylines 2. Apparently, the last time that I played, and then I ended the stream. Now, mind you, I haven't played the game since I last streamed. Well, apparently, I paused the game and just kind of left it there. I came back to this computer, which I only really use for streaming and for playing City Skylines, and lo and behold, the game was up and running. Luckily, it had been paused. I do wonder what would have happened if I had just left it to run for days at a time. But I guess we'll never know. I have heard that in was it Blizzard or maybe it was Epic Games, like back in the day, games couldn't be published. I mean, it was a company thing, like a company policy that you could not publish, the game could not go to release unless it ran 3 days without a problem. So they would just leave the game running for 3 days, and if there was a problem when you came back to it, then you would have to fix the problem and then figure that out. Which I, as somebody who has been in the software development industry for a long time, I can say that trying to solve problems that would only arise after 3 days, that sounds kind of like a nightmare. Okay, what do we have going on here? Like, we have some stuff happening where, like, things just aren't being built. So I'm just going to drop in a bunch of medium residential housing here and just let it go. Now, I did hear that on another streamer's video that there, I guess, was some issue with not enough customers, and so it's possible that it's a bug, or it's possible that you just don't have enough customers. The jury is out, I suppose. So I'm just going to go ahead and be silly and replace that with industry. And then what do we have going on? So I had an idea. And I know this has been done already, but I wanted to create a little section that is pedestrian only, because if you look under the roads, we have this right here, pedestrian street. A street where only foot traffic is allowed apart from service and delivery vehicles. So I was thinking how cool it would be to have a little section of town where it was like, and not just a little section of town, like a big section of town where it was pedestrian only. And now there's a section, there's a part of the map that is just kind of screaming out to me. And it's just this part right here, right? Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, where is this backup? Okay, there doesn't really seem to be any singular backup. Oh, what is this? What's going on here? Okay, there's just some funky lane mechanics going on. Let's just, let's see, let's make this 3 lanes. Okay, we'll make it here. I mean, I guess the best we can do is move the backup, right? Let's see. Ooh, that's funky. Okay, actually, that shouldn't be terrible, because when they come down, yeah, actually, that should help quite a lot, because I guess it turns into 3 lanes up here. Oh, well, now here it all goes down to 1 lane. Right? Why does it go down to 1 lane? And then I think they're going to have to live with that for the time being. And then down here it's going to go to, what is this? What's this? Oh, it's a snowplow. Wait a minute. Is that a snowplow? Maintenance vehicle, snowplow. Wow, that's pretty cool. It would be really cool if there was snow on the roads, and then the snowplow, as the snowplow went by, you would actually see them disappear. Okay, so the game is still screaming for more commercial, while at the same time telling me that there's not enough customers for the commercial district that there is. I'm also thinking that maybe there's a big problem with accidents right now because it's winter, right? It is winter time. So maybe that is why, there's so many people just, screwing around. Quit screwing around. Quit screwing around. If you keep screwing around, you're going to get hurt if you don't stop screwing around. Okay. I think I see a little area where I can squeeze in some more residential. We'll just put it alley, right? And then... Now this would probably piss off a few people because it's taken away their nice view of the city, but I am pretty sure that view really... Whoop, that's medium residential. I wanted to put light. I'm pretty sure that view is not taken into account with that kind of thing. So I'm just going to assume that maybe all the people that live in the town are blind. Maybe that's a fair assumption. Joe is in the house. Bird Opre 5 says Kopla. Kopla, hello, Joe. So as I was saying, I don't know if you heard it, but I wanted to find a nice area of the city to make it pedestrian only. And what I'm thinking is that the road, I can have a road go to a big parking lot, so that way everybody can park, and then they can walk into the city from the very, very big parking lot. And then I was also thinking that maybe that could be over here. But I did want to check out to see how the chicken farm was doing. How is the chicken farm? So the chicken farm is right over here next to the landfill. And this was all, of course, in Joetopia, where the prison and the low rent housing are. This looks like a weird drawing error. This just looks like some type of graphics error. But how is the prison doing? So the prison, again, with 122 employees and 8 prisoners. So it's something like what? There are 8 for like 14, 15 employees per prisoner. So that is now, if only they could have that ratio for schools, then we'd be talking. All right, so let's I feel like there are still a couple of corners. Okay, well, wait a minute. That's actually built out. I was going to say that I felt like there were still a couple corners of Poop Island where I could squeeze out a few buildings, but it looks like those corners have already been built. But again, commercial is the only thing I need. So another thing that I learned is with commercial, I guess, let's see, commercial suitability, custom terrain color. So where there's green terrain, that's where commercial real estate would do well. So do we see any? I mean, I don't even see any green terrain, right? Do you? I mean, I guess over here. Okay. So we can put some down here. I think there might have been some houses there, but that's all right. Those houses, they have to give way to progress. Okay. But wait, is that just green terrain because it's residential? Okay, no, but the terrain underneath of that is very, very green. Okay, let's just see how that does. But that's good. That's good. Of course, it's asking for residential and industrial. So let's go ahead. I think we can connect this a little bit better. We'll connect it with alleys. Alleys. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, so we'll bring that over and we'll connect this up. So I am kind of decompressing from a somewhat of a tough weekend. It was kind of an emotionally draining weekend. So this weekend I played in my first ever chess tournament. Now I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that, but I I got half a point. Half a point. So There, I played in the under 1200 section because I don't have a rating yet. With after this tournament, I will have a rating with the U.S. Chess Federation, but at the beginning of this tournament, I did not have a rating, and so I played in the under 1200 section, and what the under 1200 section was, it was three games. So there was a game. So yesterday there was a game at 10, a game at 2, and a game at 6. And then today there was a game at 10 and another game at 2. So it was a total of 5 games, but you are allowed one bye, which means, just one game that you don't attend for whatever reason. And so I, being the typical American male, I like to watch football, and I specifically enjoy Redskins football. And yes, I know they are called the Commanders, but they'll kind of be the Redskins for life. But whatever. There's only so many games per year that they play, right? And so I took a bye for the football game, so I could watch the football game today. And of course, but if anybody who knows anything about football knows that the Commanders are awful, and they, of course, lost the game to one of the worst teams in the league. But that's beside the point. So I played 3 games yesterday, and then I played 1 game this morning. And each game got progressively worse. Well, actually, that's not true. So the very first game, and I was nervous. I was completely nervous. I knew I wasn't going to be playing Grandmasters. Hell, it was the under 1200 section, but I was still nervous. It was something new, and I didn't know, and I'd never done it, and I didn't want to make any. I didn't want to have any bad chess etiquette or anything like that, and I just wanted to make sure I did a good job. So my first game was with this kid who was rated 920, I think. And he was okay. He was maybe 11, 12 years old. Hard to say. I don't know. I haven't had a child that old in years, so it's really I don't remember what I'm not the best judge of age, and it's not like I'm going to ask him hi, little boy, how old are you? No, I'm not going to do that. So the game starts. I was white. And lately, I've been studying the Vienna opening. I kind of like it, and it's kind of just what. And so I opened, with the Vienna E4, E5, C3, and then I don't remember exactly what he did. I had to write it all down, so I do have it documented. But the game went for a while. The game, so my little scorebook, it has room for 60 moves. And I filled it up. So the game there was a 60-minute time control. And for anybody who doesn't know, what that means is that each player has 60 minutes to take a turn, or to take their turns, right? So you have a clock, and the clocks start with 60 minutes each. And then when the game starts, white's clock starts to tick down. So there's 60 minutes and 59 minutes and 59 seconds, 58 seconds, and it clicks down. And so white makes a move, and when you make a move as white, you push the timer on the clock. And what that does is it stops your countdown and it begins your opponent's countdown. And so you're not only playing against the opponent, but you're playing against the clock, because if your clock runs out, then you lose. So that's how they just do time control in the game. So it was 60-minute time control. So the first game, it's going well. I got a little nervous because I ended up doing at one point I had to trade. I think I gave away a bishop, and all I got in return was was a pawn. So I was like, oh great, did I screw up? I was afraid I'd F that up. But then the game, as it continued on, I realized that I was slowly getting the upper hand. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm beating the snot out of this little kid. And And so I'm getting the upper hand, and the game's going down, and then so he marches down. So I march down, and I had to sacrifice my queen, but upon sacrificing my queen, I was able to push another pawn, or push a pawn to the last rank to promote to a queen. And then he promoted to a queen, but I don't think he saw this little tactic I had where I was able to take his queen, because we were going to have four queens for like one turn. There were four queens on the board or something like that. But then so I took his second queen, but when I did that, I still had two queens to his one queen, and then I forced him into a queen trade. So that he had no queens and I had a queen. And I think I even still had a bishop. And he just had pawns, right? And so he all he had were pawns and his king. And at this point in my mind, I'm going crazy, right? I'm like, in my mind, on the board I'm all cool and like calm and collected, but in my mind I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm going to win this. And so this little shit, he takes his king and he backs it kind of into a corner. And so I take my queen and I kind of like, I'm like 3 spaces over, so that, he can't get close to anything. And then so I start pushing another pawn, and he's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I push the pawn. He wouldn't resign. And I was so excited about winning, how like I was like in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to win my first tournament game. I'm going to win. That I did not check for stalemate. And so when I promoted my queen, or when I promoted my pawn to a queen, he had no legal moves, and therefore it was stalemate. And it turns out that was the best that I would do in the tournament. Yes, so that was the first game, but I was feeling pretty good. I was like, I tried to stay positive about that, because I tried to come away with it with like, okay, all right, you screwed up, you got a little overzealous, you got a little excited, but it was a lesson learned, right? Because it's like, now, like, I will never be in a situation where I'm about ready to win the game. I will always look for stalemate at this point. I'll make sure that I'm not getting that I'm not going to stalemate my opponent. So I tried to keep a positive, attitude about that. Just, okay, all right, lesson learned. Just, whatever, you didn't win, but you didn't lose. It's still half a point. All right. So then that was the 10 o'clock game on Saturday. So the next game was the 2 o'clock game. Then and luckily the venue where this tournament is like 12 minutes away from my house. It's really close. So and so that first game took maybe 45 minutes to play. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? I hope. Where is the fire department? Is there not a is? Oh, there's not a fire department nearby. Oh, man. The Mudang Islands need a fire department. I need to find a space for the fire department. Maybe like right there would be a good spot. Can I fit one in? Well, something's going to have to be torn down for the sake of safety. All right, so I think we'll probably just tear. We'll have to. Some people are going to lose their homes, but that's okay, because we're doing it for the sake of safety. So anyway, so I came home after the first game and was like, okay, this isn't bad. And like, even though it was still a stalemate for that first game, I still did a lot better than I thought I would. And I was like, okay. And like, I was really happy. I was like really, really happy. So I go back and I get the pairing for the second game. And it ended up being this older Asian woman. She was maybe in her 60s. Like, she was old, like gray hair, and so, and she was Asian, and Asians barely age, so she was probably like 130. And I can say that because I'm married to an Asian woman. So 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 the game starts and she hasn't even arrived. She's not even there. And I'm like, I look at the tournament director and I'm like, and so he starts my clock, right? Because, the game's begun. And if she's not there, she's not there. And then, if she doesn't show up, what happens is I get a win, but but that doesn't count towards my rating. Well, she's like, after 10 minutes, she shows up. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So, okay, so she showed up. So, that game, so I was white again. And again, I started with the Vienna, which is E4. But I think she threw me off immediately by going D5. And I'm always confused I need to look at a actual engine to see what the proper move there is, because the problem with E4 D5 is I would normally just go knight C3, but they can push that pawn and attack my knight, or even if I do something like knight C6 or knight C5, I guess it is knight C5, then they can take my pawn and attack my knight. So I'm always unsure what the response to that is. I don't remember what I did, honestly. I think I brought my other pawn. Yeah, that's what I did. So I did E4. It was E4, D5, E5? No. E4, D5, D4. That's what it was. E4, D5, E4. And my thought there was, well, now I can bring my knight out, so she can't push forward with her pawn to attack my knight because my pawn will be blocking. And that was fine. I mean, that worked perfectly fine. But well, there is no but, really. That's how the game continued. And so the game continued there, and like it was pretty even throughout the opening, and then like we moved into the middle game, and it was still pretty even. But she had gotten my king into the corner, or not onto the side of the board, and both of us were, and like I thought I was safe because my king was behind a couple of I had double stacked pawns on the G file, and my king had scooted up behind those. So my king was on the H file behind these two double pawns on the G file. And she had a rook. She had brought her rook down, but my king couldn't go down because she had a rook there. But I was still like, I'm still fine. But I guess we looked back, like after the game, we talked about it and how like probably for like 3 or 4 turns she had a mating net, and but neither of us realized it. She didn't realize it, and I didn't realize it until at one point she did realize it, and then she moved her second rook to a position where when I evaluated the position, I was like, oh crap, she has a mate. And it was unavoidable. There was nothing I could do. And so I just resigned. So that was my loss. That was my first loss. And, I took it with respect. All right. So that was the 10 o'clock. No, that was the 2 o'clock game. So I came home again, relaxed for a little bit, actually just took a nap, and then I went back. I went back for the 6 o'clock game. And so actually for the 2 o'clock game, I met this nice young man. His name was James. This little Asian boy who was probably, well, I don't know, he was maybe 13, 14, something like that. He seemed like a nice kid. He was really nervous. We talked for a minute. Before my second game, we talked. And he was just saying how like it was his first tournament, and I was like, "Oh, it's my first tournament too." We were just talking about how nervous we were. Anyway, so for my third game, it ends up that I was playing him, and I'm like, "All right, great." That game started out well. This was also the first game where I was black, and then so he started. immediately throws me off because he does D4. He does a D4 opening, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then I don't remember how I responded. He did D4. He did D4. I think I just did D5. I think I just responded by just bringing my pawn right in front of his. No big deal. Whatever. It is what it is. In that game, we get through the opening. The opening's going well, like very, very even the whole time. And so there was this one point. We had both castled long. We were both castled on the queen side. And there was this one point of the game where I have my queen kind of in the middle of the board, maybe on I don't know. It was maybe on something like D5 or something like that. It was kind of towards the middle of the board. So he moves his queen to basically attacking my queen. He was basically offering a queen trade, but I felt like I had the upper hand. And I didn't want to give that up. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do a queen trade. So what I did was, my queen was here. His queen's over here. And he's attacking me on a diagonal. Okay. So I move my queen over, right? I go over because I'm like, no, I don't want to trade. And so he was on this diagonal. So now he moves over so that he's attacking me again, but directly. Not on a diagonal, but directly. And so immediately I think, oh, he wants the queen. He still wants the queen trade. And I was like, no, I don't want a queen trade. So instinctually, I just moved my queen back as if to say, no, I don't want to do that. I fucking hung my queen. When I moved my queen back, he attacked it on the diagonal. It was attacked on the diagonal, not even protected. So I couldn't even. It would have been one thing if he had forced the queen trade by taking my queen and I could take his queen. No, he just took my queen. So after that, it was just like, and at that point, oh, and then I'm in my mind, I'm thinking like, what are the rules? Like one of the adages that they say about chess is like never resign when you have a rook on the board, or not a rook. Never resign when you have a knight. I didn't have a knight. Like the knights were off. Both. I think he might have had one, but both of mine were gone. So I didn't even have a knight at that point. So I resigned. So I'm like, okay, just gonna take it on the chin. Whatever. Not that bad. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. It's going to be okay. So today, I wake up and, I get ready and I go down to the venue. It was at the Marriott airport. The Marriott hotel. So I go down and I'm all prepared. And I look at my pairing and I'm playing this cute little Muslim girl. She's maybe 12 years old. Very pretty. Cute little girl. And like I had noticed her because, she was probably like the only person there wearing a hijab. So I was like, oh, I'm playing her. Okay, cool. And so we sit down and she's very pleasant. She's like, well, good luck. And I was like, yep, good luck to you too. And like we shake hands. And that game was over in 10 moves. 11. Our game was over in 11 moves. It started very simple. I was black again. It starts with E4, E5. And it was very basic, like E4, E5, C3, C6, C5. We brought the rooks, we brought the knights out, we brought the bishops out, and it was all boilerplate, right? It was just all boilerplate moves. It was stuff that it was like a basic opening I had played online at least 100 times, right? It was just not unfamiliar territory. So at one point, during one of these basic moves, she brings the bishop out and pins my knight, because on the other side of my knight is my queen. I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I kind of without thinking, I move my pawn up to attack her bishop. And so at this point, people have one or two options, right? You'll have one or two moves. They'll either take the knight, in which case I'll just recapture the bishop with my queen, or they'll back up. And so when they back up, they're still attacking. They're still pinning the knight. And I really should have done this whole conversation with a chessboard instead of just with City Skylines. So let me see. Let me get this out. Let's see. We could do this with. So we could do this with Lee chess, right? We can do. So I was black on this game. So she does e4, e5, and then at this point it was very basic boilerplate. I develop protecting. I think she brings this out. I don't like to do symmetrical, so I bring this out. But we end up symmetrical anyway because she did this. No. I think no. What did we do? How did it work? Because we ended up like, no, I can draw it, but if I could draw it, no. Let me try it from Black's point of view. Maybe I can remember from Black's point of view. How do I flip the board? Flip the board. So she did e4, e5, then she might have actually brought this one out now that I think about it, in which case I probably brought this out to attack that still. Oh, okay. And then she brings this out. I bring mine out. She put her bishop here. I put my bishop here. That's right, because we were at a symmetrical opening, and you got to be careful with these symmetrical openings if you're black, because there's lots of traps, right? And so I push up to protect my... Oh, it's her turn. So she pushes up. I push up, and then she brings down here. I attack the bishop. She backs up. This is where I messed up. Normally, what I would do is I would just go like that. I would just attack the bishop, right? I don't know why. I do not know why. But for some reason, I had it in my mind that I wanted to attack this bishop with this pawn, right? So I wanted to do this, but I couldn't because I could just be captured. So for whatever reason, I did this. I don't know why. Because the whole reason that I would attack this bishop is because people will inevitably move this knight in here, which can be a pain in the butt. But if they do move that knight in, I like to just take it, and then they'll capture with the pawn, and then I'll just do something like this, right? And I much prefer that than to having this knight here. But for whatever reason, I had it in my genius mind that I was going to attack this bishop, but first I had to do this. I had to protect the pawn that was going to attack the bishop. So she moves the knight in, and now I can't capture, because if I capture, I'll take my queen, right? So I think at this point she castled, or no, because she had moved again at some point. I don't know what she. I don't know what was. Whose move is it? Is my move? I don't know what I did. I think I moved my queen out of the way at this point, and that's when she castled. I castled, and then she takes. Do you see where this is going? I take that. I fall right into her trap. I fell right into it. All because of my genius A6 move. All because I had this brilliant idea. If I had just done what I have done a million times, which is attack, and if they back up, I just attack again. That's what I do 99 times out of 100. Because with this, they're not going to really attack you here, right? And even if they do, I mean, like, What? You're still better, right? You still have improved. You're in the better position. Yeah, you lost. You lost. You traded two pawns for a bishop, but your rook is also free at that point. So it's not a fair trade. It's not a bad trade. And also, you can still move things out of the way to do a queenside castle. So but like I said, 99 times out of 100, this is what I do. And look, even the computer is recommending that's what you do. That's what the computer is recommending you do. Look, the computer is screaming at you, move. But no, I did this, which just completely ruined everything. And that's when I moved my queen up. I moved my queen up thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. Thinking back on it, I'm not sure what I was thinking. I think I was thinking about moving my knight up here to move my queen or something. I don't know. But she castles, I castle, she takes, I take, and she just completely forks me. And at that point, I resigned. And that was like 11 moves. Like, what is this? This is the way I did it here is 9 moves. I'm pretty no. It was 9 moves here, something like that. And that's how my tournament ended. I got beat by a girl. That's fine. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's just a joke. But I mean, she was the better player. She beat me, like fair and square. She beat me. So that's how my tournament. Are you really saying you lost chess to a little girl? Yes, Joe. Yes, and you would have too, Joe. You would have too. So that was really, really heartbreaking. And it really I was so livid on the way home from that game. I was livid. And so and then I came home, and then the Redskins lost, and then that was my weekend. How was your weekend? I will say. So, well, I'll say 2 things. One, I've already signed up for another tournament. So I'm playing another tournament January 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around there. It's like the first weekend in the new year. And it's at the same place. It's at the same hotel, which is great because it's, like I said, it's 12 minutes from my house. So I can just drive down there and I can come home between the games. So that's awesome. But I will say that, like, I watch these YouTubers, right? And they do their games from memory. Like they'll kind of like I just did. They'll draw them out and they'll talk about them. They'll remember the circumstances. They'll remember, and it was always like mind-boggling to me. Like, how do they do that? Like how does that happen? Like why do they remember that? And I realized what it is. Is that 99.9% of the games I play are just throwaway games online, right? So imagine like talking to girls or something. No, that's not a bad example. I was going to say talking to girls online, versus talking to them in real life. Not a good example. No, but I get it, because it's like when it's online, it's like a throwaway experience, for lack of a better term. It's just kind of like, meh, whatever. But in the tournament, you can see I remembered what happened. Like the second game, I don't remember too. Like I remember how it ended, and then the third game where I hung my queen. I remember the circumstances how I hung my queen, but I don't remember exactly how we got there. But with this last game with the little girl, like I remember it. But anyway, the point is like I get it now. It's because you're more emotionally invested when it's over the board, and when it's in a tournament. Not even when it's over the board, but when it's in a tournament, you're more emotionally invested in it, and so of course you're going to remember it better because you're more emotionally invested. So I have a little more appreciation. Maybe appreciation is not the right word. I have a little more understanding of how, these people that do, like, these professional chess players, they can remember their games like that. So I don't know. Like I said, I have signed up already for another tournament January 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around there. And it's the same exact format. It's just, 3 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, but I've already taken a bye for the game on that Sunday because that's the last regular season game for the Redskins all year. So I'm going to watch them lose because, they're my team. Then there is another tournament, December 20 something. It's like it's in the limbo week. I like to call it limbo week, where the week between Christmas and New Year's, where like nothing happens, where people don't work, and it just nothing happens. So there's another tournament there that I tried signing up for, but I wasn't able to because my rating on the U.S. Chess Organization hasn't gone through yet, but it should go through like in the next couple of days. Actually, the tournament director said it should go through by tomorrow. So by tomorrow, I will be officially an officially rated player. I will officially be a bad player. I will officially be a poorly rated player. So that's pretty exciting. And Joe says against 7-year-olds. No. There were some young kids there. I mean, there were like some like probably like some 7-year-old kids there. Luckily, I did not play any of them, and I say luckily because I think like the youngest person I played was probably the first kid, and I did really well against him. So I think that helped my confidence a little bit. Had I played, like I said, there were some young kids there. Had I played like one of the like kids that was like 7 years old, and lost, I probably I would probably be crying. I mean, I already am kind of crying. No, but that first kid I played, he was kind of annoying because he was that typical like antsy little kid where he's just in his chair, just constantly moving, not being able to sit still, and like not really even thinking about his moves, just like kind of moving, and that was it was distracting. So it was, and like they say that like, if you're playing somebody and they're distracting you, like even if it's a little kid like that, tell the tournament director, tell somebody. But I didn't. He wasn't that distracting, but it still did kind of piss me off. Oh, look, we can get through there. All right. Yeah, so I'll be playing another game on the 5th, 6th. Wait, I gotta look at the dates now. Let me look at the dates. What are those dates, Joe? Why, you should have told me that already, Joe. You should be able to tell me these things without me even having to ask. January 6th and 7th. Those are the dates for that chess tournament. And then the other chess tournament is December 29th, 30th. So I think, like I said, I wasn't able to sign up for the one for the 29th and 30th yet, but I will. I am going to sign up for that. I don't know. It was a fun experience, and I'm also kind of mainly doing it because I need a hobby that is like not based around sitting in front of a computer, and so that's a big reason that I'm also trying to get a little more involved with my chess playing. Just to have something that doesn't have me in front of a computer for 14 hours a day. Even if this only takes a little bit of time away, it's still better than none. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. But it was fun. It was fun. I met some new people. I met some new friends. That was fun. And it was, like I said, it was good to do something that didn't involve being in front of the computer. Now, mind you, I love being in front of the computer. I love programming. I love programming. I really do. But it was just good to do something else. All right. Enough chess talk. Let's get back to why we're here, and that's City Skylines. So we gotta. What is going on here? I think the accidents do increase on winter, and I want to. This little nub here is pissing me off. So I want to make that a little more. I want to make that a little more symmetrical, and then we're going to find a place where we can build our where we can. Oops, no, I want to do two of them. Where we can build the pedestrian paradise. All right, is that going to work? Let's see if that works. All right, let's let all the cars figure it out. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Anyway, so where can we put? I kind of think here or here, because maybe we could have a road going over with a park. Oh my God, look at this! Look at this. Is this all because of that? They're all trying to get in there. Oh man, golly. And I can't, golly. Jeez Louise, man. How am I going to fix that? It's all a bottleneck coming into this city there. Gee. I'm not sure what to do. I think probably the best thing to do is to ignore it and hope it fixes itself. All right, let's talk about this pedestrian state. Now, do I own this island? I don't even think I realized I own this. I do. Okay, that's over in like the Poop Island district over by Joetopia. So I own this little section of real estate here. And I think this would be a good place for a marina with a pedestrian walkway and everything. What do you guys think? I'm glad you agree. So let's start. Now, we're going to start with the marina, which will bring that there. And then let's see. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Is it going to let me build if it's there? You see how the little loop goes over the water? Is it going to let me... Let's see, in water. Is that okay? Is that acceptable? I'm going to assume that's acceptable. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the power lines up. So remember, this is going to be nothing but pedestrian walkways, a pedestrian street, right? So we're going to go over here. Let's bring this right to the edge. Okay. Nothing but pedestrian walkways. So let's get the electricity established. We're going to need a transformer station. We'll just do this here, and then we'll bring some power lines. Underground. Are those underground? Those better be. Yeah, those are underground. We can bring them... Oh, we can just bring them out here, right? Okay, and those should connect up. Let's make... Yep, those connected. Alrighty. So it should have power, and it actually should have water and sewage, too. No, actually it won't. I need to bring those over. So let me bring water and sewage. Is this water and sewage? No, that's just sewage. So I need to connect to a water and sewage, which looks like there's some right here. Go. We can just follow this. Perfect. And let's make sure that lines up. Wait a minute. There. Excellent. So this harbor has everything it needs. Before we even start building on it, let's go ahead and give it a stop along our transit, right? We want people to get there, don't we? So that's the harbor. We'll see the passenger line. So we're going to bring the passenger route. Let's see. Passenger shipping. No, that's the cargo. Okay, passenger. Here we go. So we'll just bring it there. Okay, perfect. So now the ships will make a stop there. Okay, so I think this whole area, right, is going to be nothing but pedestrian streets. So we'll go ahead and we'll build this out like this. Okay, so that's enough there. And then, okay, we'll come over here. And then we're going to have a little bridge that people can walk across, because there's no reason you can't walk across a bridge, right? Unless you're Joe. Sorry, Joe, that was a cheap shot. Okay, let's see. Come down here, there. All right, and then we're going to take this up to the border. Yeah, so, new friends equals creepy, Joe says. It was fine. There was somebody there that I feel like I'd already known, that I feel like I'd met before. Was this the guy? And like the only person that was like, around my age that I played was the older Asian woman. So no, there were a couple. I would say it was probably about 70, maybe 65% kids, and then the rest were like adults, like either like I would say ranging from 30s up to the Asian woman in her 60s. So, all right, so we're gonna put a light commercial area here, because we don't want the people to have to leave to go get. Ooh, let's put just a little industry, right? We're just gonna put a little industry. Actually, let's put it over here. I know that was already building, but that's fine. We're gonna put that there. Just a little bit of industry. No worries. We'll cover that. We're gonna cover this and this. Okay, so everybody, they're building up, and then I think maybe over here we'll put some services. Okay. But there are like tons of tournaments. There's tons of tournaments, like, and tournaments for like all skill levels, all people who are low rated, high rated. I want to make it a goal. I'm thinking my goal will be to have a 1200 rating, a 1200 FIDE rating. If I can get to 1200, I'll be happy. I'll be proud of that. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop at 1200. I mean, hell, if I can get higher, then of course I will. But I will feel satisfied if I can get 1200. We'll see. I don't know. I have a feeling my rating is going to be like 700. It's going to be in the 700s, I suspect. After this tournament, it's going to not be a good rating. Not at all. All right, let's get these kids to elementary school. I don't want the kids to have to go. I don't want the kids to have to get on a freaking cargo ship in order to go to elementary school. So let's give them an elementary school. Let's also give them a clinic, so that when somebody has like they go see a prostitute somewhere, and then they're not using protection when they really should, that's where they go to the clinic to get that chlamydia taken care of. But they've got to walk to the clinic to get it taken care of. Okay, and then what else do we want? Now I see that the office zones are back up. Let's give a little. You know what? I'm going to unzone that. I'm going to zone that as offices. I'm going to zone this as offices too. So this will be a nice self-contained. Now this is all commercial, right? This is all chemtrails, chemicals. 60 some. Wait, did I zone that all industry? No, it's commercial. It's commercial. Okay. And then so over here, we got the school, we got the clinic where people can go to cure their chlamydia. We got the school. Do we need a fire station? I guess we probably do. We can use a little fire station, and then we can also use a little police station, so that when Jimbo gets a little too drunk and he starts beating his wife, that the police can go throw him in jail like he deserves. Okay, and then so there will be. So the pedestrian roads do allow for services. So for like emergency vehicles and for service vehicles. So that's all they allow for though. So that's all we should see. Okay. And then we're going to build another road out here. And then over here. But yeah, I think 1200 is a good goal. So I think I've talked about this before, how I had my rating on chess.com was 1200. Now I know chess.com does not translate to real tournament chess. I know that, okay? You don't need to be telling me, well, those are two completely different things. Yes, I know they're completely different things, okay? I'm not saying I'm not saying they're equivalent. I'm just saying that my rating on chess.com, it peaked at around 1200. And then, of course, I think I lost a few games in a row, and then I tilted, which is apparently a common thing where people will just get really mad and they'll just play games. They'll rage quit, and then that, of course, just tanks your rating completely. And I have never recovered from that. Okay, so this... Oh, I feel like we could... Let me move this. What is this? This is the police station, right? Let me move that. Okay, because I want to build this road out here. I need to squeeze as much room, as much real estate as I can out of pedestrian island. Let's see. Okay, so I think we have everything we need here for now. I'm going to let that build up. Let's zone it out, and we can name it something. Create a district here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Perfect. This is going really well. I really like this I really like this tool. This is a neat little tool. Okay, it's called Brightwater Ridge. No. We're going to call it, what should we call it? What should we call it? I'm trying to think of a thing. Joe, do you have any suggestions? What should we call it? We could call it Legsville, because you need legs to live there. There we go. All right. What's going on here? Is that flooding? Destroyed by flooding. Ah, well. Too bad. That sounds like a you problem. All right. So this is going well. Okay. This thing has 11 employees with 0 passengers waiting. Okay. All right. Okay, we're doing well. We're getting it done. How's traffic over here? Still backed up. Still backed up. Yeah, that sounds like a rough problem to have. Okay. So we have, let's see, are people walking? Why is nobody walking on my roads? All right, where's this person going? That is Claire Anderson. Oh, AMB Shores. That's not bad. I like that. But I'm going to stick with Legsville. We'll go with we'll build another AMB Shores shortly. Let's see. Okay, so these must be police cars. I like how the vehicles, like, they don't wipe the snow off of the cars, so they just drive around completely covered. And we've all done that, right? Like, we've all, like, especially like with frost, you know, you scrape that little section of frost free, so that, or, you know, you scrape it so that you can see out of that little section, and then you start your commute, and you just know, like, well, you know, the window will gradually get more visible as it heats up. But for now, this will do. And I think that's what those cops are doing. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Now, at what point should I start looking at public transportation? Like, what have I not really touched in the game? Well, like telecom. We did build a server farm. We're mining Bitcoin. Okay. Let's see. The Center for Media Broadcast, Telecommunications, Long-Range Cellular also... Whoa. Wow. Okay, so wait, I have one up here already? Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, so we need one probably over here, right? So let's put one, let's just put this, where could we put this? Like right here. Okay. And then that should help that. And then I think we probably need one, oh, wait, that's all, let's see. Poop Island's all green. But wait, what is the difference between a radio mast? Okay. So the radio mast transmits mobile data, radio traffic, and TV signals. In case of emergency, the masts are used to broadcast an alarm, which allows citizens to react in the event more rapidly. It can be upgraded with a wireless network antenna to increased bandwidth. A telecom tower is a center for media broadcast telecommunications. Long range. Well, what's the difference? There's a lot. It looks as though, because the map doesn't change, so it looks as though maybe telecom tower and radio mast kind of cover the same things, kind of. I would like the Mudang Islands or the Muping Heights to have better coverage, so let's just put a tower like right here in the middle. There we go. Okay. All right. So we have police administration. Oh, a Central Intelligence Bureau. We have a prison already. I believe we do have a police headquarters. I believe I put a police headquarters down. And you can see, oh, wow. Whoa, police presence here apparently is, the police presence over in I Can Type Again is not very strong. Did I just not put, let's put a, I think this little section of town deserves a police headquarters, right? Let's just put this, let's put it here. And then of course, as always, let's just upgrade it immediately. Put that there, and then we'll put this there, put that there. Okay, perfect. All right, so now that should be good with, well, maybe not. Average crime probability, prison availability, jail availability. All right, everything looks good. I'm going to assume everything's fine. I don't feel like looking at all the all the options. Okay, I do like this little island over here. I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad that was built up. Okay, so of course we still have a strong demand for commercial and office buildings. Can we squeeze out any more room for offices here on Poop Island? I mean, it looks pretty well packed. Is there... Oh, whoops. I think I meant to keep that. Okay, what about this? Let's see. What is this? Nope. There's a little. I don't know what that was. I think that's abandoned. So let's just make that. And then what about these? I think those were all light buildings, right? Because like, look, see how small they are? They're not tall. So I think that's like the low density offices. So we're going to make them high density offices. Like this one. And this one. And this one. Okay, and what about that? I don't know what that is. Okay, I think I did put a little industry here. What is this? This is, yeah, that's low density offices, I'm pretty sure. So let's put high density. Put high density everywhere. Oh, look. Wait, is that an apartment building? It is. Is that... I'm not sure if that is high density residential or not. It is. Okay. That's cool. I think that's like the only two places on Poop Island where you can live. But Poop Island looks very nice. I like it. It really does remind me of Manhattan. And then, of course, they're going to build up over here. Everything's going to be building up. Okay. All right, and then we'll come over here to Joetopia, which is just not. It's just, it looks like a mess. I mean, I'm thinking about expanding that landfill. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, that's right. The landfill won't go over the road. All right, but anyway, that's fine. And then we have the chicken farm. I still don't see any chickens. I don't see any. Oh wait. Oh, chicken. There's Joe. Is that a rooster? So when I was shopping for a house back in, I guess it was 2019, I bought my house. I really wanted something with a little bit of land. And so there's this part of town that was a little far out, but it didn't matter. It wasn't too far out, but it was a little far out. So like, you have Dulles Airport, and then you have the side of Dulles Airport, which is between Washington D.C. and Dulles Airport, and that's where you have that's where Northern Virginia is, Tyson's Corner area, and it's very built up, a lot of people, very, very crowded. And like 5 years ago, it was really weird because you have that side of Dulles Airport, right? The side that quote unquote faces Washington D.C., which is just completely just houses and office buildings and just tons of stuff. And then you had the other side of Dulles Airport, which wasn't much further. I mean, Dulles Airport's only so big, which was just rural, just woods and just like acreage and just tons of land that just wasn't developed. So I saw a house on the other side of Dulles Airport, and actually it wasn't that far from Dulles Airport. It was still only, it was maybe, so I am now about 10-15 minutes away from Dulles Airport, and this place, which I'm talking about, was probably about the same distance from Dulles Airport, but on the other side, because I am on the side that's between Dulles Airport and Washington, D.C. So I looked at a house that was on the other side, and it's this town called Aldi, but and it was 3 acres of land, and it was a nice house. It wasn't, it wasn't the nicest, but it wasn't like, it was a very nice house, and like they had obviously done some work to it, but the land, it was 3 acres of land. It had like a legit creek running right through it, and it was like. And the creek ran through it quite a ways, right? It wasn't just like, a little corner of it had water. No, the creek ran through like a good section of the of the land. And then it had this huge garage, which was really weird. It was like the guy who built it, he hadn't budgeted for a garage door. Like the garage was literally like 2 stories tall, but it had no door, which is weird. Well, whatever. You could probably, I don't know, probably wouldn't cost terribly much. Well, this was before COVID, back when, lumber rates weren't insane. So you could actually get probably get a garage door for a reasonable price. And, but it had a chicken coop. It had a chicken coop. And so I was talking to my realtor about it, and I was like, it has a chicken coop. That's awesome. And so I asked him, I was like, do the chickens come with the house? Like, that was a legitimate question that I had. Like, I mean, do the chickens come with the house? They asked the owner, and the owner said yes. And I was like, and I was like, okay, I want to put an offer in. And so I ended up putting an offer in, but the deal fell through because they liked the price I was going to offer. The problem was that when I got the home inspection, there was fucking mold. There was mold. Why can't I get over? There was mold. What is overlapping? What is this? Just tear it down. What is that? Just tear it down. But anyway, there was mold under the floor, and it would have required like building it up and just, or not building it up, but tearing it up and rebuilding the floor, and it just. And like the owners weren't too concerned about it, so they weren't willing to come down on the price, because I was like, okay, I'll do it, but I need to have this fixed, and that's going to cost money. Take that out of the price, and they wouldn't do it, and so it just fell through. But I always think about that house because I'm like, oh man, part of me is like, I should have just bought it because it had that chicken coop. And also it had the creek. Like the creek is now, I do have a creek in my backyard now. I have actually a run as it is, and it is a very sizable run, but it is not my private property. It is park property. So I mean, obviously there is a section of my backyard that is mine, but then on the other side there is park property which belongs to the state of Virginia, or I'm sorry, to the Commonwealth of Virginia. But I guess my reasoning is that in the event of a electricity bottleneck. My reasoning is that in the event of a end of the world scenario, I will still be able to get water from the creek in the backyard. All right, so let's see. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. This is a. What's going on? Can we just put this? No. Where can we put one of these? I'm gonna find a nice place to put a transformer. Like I got one here. I got one there. Okay, let's put one here. I think this is a nice place. Right here. And then we can bring the wires out. And we can go underground. Let's... Alright, come around here. Oh, wait. Am I building the... Yeah, no, I am building the right wires. Okay. And will these... Are those connected? Okay, sweet. Those are connected. Let me destroy that. Oh, wait. I knew that was going to happen. Wait. Okay, is that gonna work? All right. Wait. Why is this so difficult? Okay. Okay. All right. I think I did it. Okay. And that should hopefully resolve the electricity bottleneck. Okay. And then this feeds over to this transformer station here, which serves most of like Muping Heights and the Mudang Islands. Okay, good. Good. Now, the question is about this little road here. I am tempted to make this little road, creek water isn't drinkable. Yes, Joe, I know. But in the end of the world scenario, you can boil it. I have those tablets, I forget what they are. I want to say potassium, but they're not. But I have tablets which will kill like bacteria. Yes. Creek water, yes. I'm not going to go put my hands and drink out of the creek like I'm a deer. No. But in the event that the world should end, I would rather have creek water than no water. All right. So I'm going to do something controversial. I'm going to add this island here as part of the Mudang Islands, even though it is connected to the rest of the map through Isla de Malimu. I think that could cause like some that could make some people upset. I feel like that could just really cause some problems. Okay, like geopolitical, not quite geo, but regional political, politically political. I don't know. Okay, let's see. All right, what to do next? All right, so demand is coming up. Commercial. All right, so okay, we have some demand for industrial industries. Okay, let's just build this up. Okay, and then we can build some more high residential. Okay, perfect. This is looking great. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're getting it done. We are getting it done. Look at this. And then, of course, there's a high demand for commercial. We'll just put a couple of little commercial things in here so that the game can tell me that there is not enough customers. Even though there is a huge demand for commercial of which there is not enough customers. I want to try and sneak in another high density housing somewhere. Like maybe let's put in some high density, like, oh, let's just put some there. And then maybe here. And then I'm trying to find other places. Okay, so I just realized that my idea of making a huge pedestrian city, which with a parking lot, makes no sense because it wouldn't work here because we have the harbor. That's the only connection, and that's fine. But maybe we can do another one somewhere. Like, I don't know. Okay, traffic seems to have like cleared up a little bit, right? Like, look at this. Yeah. So maybe we could do it here. We'll have an exit, come off, and then we just build this whole city up as pedestrian street. So, if we want to do that, let's pause because we always pause when we're going to do major surgery. So let's, and then we're going to have to destroy the power lines, but we will rebuild those. I'm kind of scared to delete that one because if I delete that one, am I going to be able to get back to the city? What if let me see. Let me see something. What if I do this? Oh, I can create a connection. Oh, wait, can I? Oh, okay, I think I did. Okay. We'll find out soon enough. Let's find an exit. We want something probably like this, right? Because it's not going to be a lot of traffic. Maybe even very basic like this. I think this is fine. Because it really, the only people who are going to be getting off at that exit are going to be parking in a gigantic parking lot. So we can just build this. That's still not big enough. Okay. All right, this is good. Right here. Okay, perfect. Look how well we did. Come on. I mean, does it get better than that? Okay, and then we're gonna... Oh, wait, come on. Come on, chameleon. You come and go. God. Okay, that reminds me of like, I don't know. So I've been spending more time with my mother lately, and you know, so like my stepfather, he passed away a few months ago, and my mom lives kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's on the eastern shore of Maryland. So Maryland, anybody who's from Maryland will talk about. They'll call there's Maryland, and then there's the Eastern Shore, and the Eastern Shore is like, you know, if you look on a map, it's the Eastern Shore. It's over where the oh no, it's over where Maryland connects to the ocean. And so anyway, so it's kind of far away. Like I live on the other side of Washington D.C. and my sisters they live a little bit closer, but they don't live all that much closer to my mom. And so since her husband passed away, I've been trying to go there and like spend time with her and like she's not I mean she's not old, but she's not young, you know. So I'm just trying to like make sure. Oh wait, is that underground? I don't want that to be underground. So I just go to make sure that she's doing okay, and like I'll go and I'll spend a week with her at a time and just hang out. And we really do nothing. It's because where she lives, it's just kind of it's very country. It's very, like I said, it's very rural, and it's very muy tranquilo. Like the word, like there's a Spanish word. One of the Spanish words. I love many Spanish words, but one Spanish word that I really love is tranquilo, which just means relaxed, chill. Like just it's just very chill, just very low key. And I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, so my mom has this beautiful. Her house has this beautiful screened-in porch, and I go out there and I'll work on the porch. I'll take my laptop out there and I'll do some work or whatever. And but my mom, she really likes to work in the garden, which is great. She's like, it keeps her active. It's exercise. It's great. And so I'll be on the porch sometimes working, and then she'll be in the garden gardening. And then I love my mother, but it's like nails on a chalkboard when this woman sings. I don't know what it is. And it's not that like she has a terrible voice or anything like that. It's just that it is just like I have like a physical reaction to it. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I just have this physical. I'm like, oh my god, you need to stop singing. And I was just thinking of that as I was just singing. I was just like, yeah, I wonder if that's how people listening to me feel. Like they had that same type of visceral, just kind of like, no. All right, I do like this grid tool. This grid tool is pretty handy. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Actually, let's just build that up, and we can do the rest manually. So what I'm going to do is, okay, actually no, this will need to be a regular road. We can turn this into a regular road here, 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 and here for now. And then we're going to add some parking lots. And we're going to go with the very large parking lot. Ooh, cool. All right. We have plenty of room. And we'll put a very large parking lot on either side of the exit. And then we will connect this with a pedestrian. Oh, well, no, wait. Okay, yeah. That's good. We'll connect it with the pedestrian street, and that will go like right here, right? Oh, it's a little uneven. I'm going to have to move that over by 1. Okay, that's better. Okay, excellent. All right, so this is saying that, well, first of all, why would a parking lot need electricity? Actually, that's not fair. It probably needs electricity for like, for street lights. All right, and so we have plenty of room for expansion should we need it. What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. All right, I still got a little bit of time. Let's get in here. No. I want that to actually be regular road. Let's see. Come on. What? What? Oh my lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, let's just put that there for now. It's not going to make sense to put the parking lot on a... WTF is happening? Elevation too low. Oh, what? Wait, what? It worked just fine a second ago. What is going on? What is this? Why does it want to build a bridge? Okay, let's just start with one parking lot. How's that? We'll just start with one. No, 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 no. This is going to drive me nuts. Okay, let's do it like this, and then let's do it here. Okay, okay, okay. Let's just destroy it all. Just destroy that and destroy that. And then we're just going to start over, right? We're just going to go here. What the F is this elevation too low? Oh, come on. Okay, that's working. Okay, and then, okay, okay, okay. And then, okay, okay, okay. And then we'll build another circle here. Okay, that's perfect. This is looking good. And then we'll put a very large parking lot here, and then another one here. Okay. I think that's as good as it's going to get right now, and I think we just need to be happy with that. I am going to build this road out a little bit over here. Because what I want to put another transformer here. All right, maybe not there. Maybe we'll put the transformer here. Would you say transformers are an unsightly thing? Well, I mean, oh, no. I know they're unsightly, but do you think that transformers are like a... Yeah, I was going to say, do you think they're like a no-go in terms of living next to them? Are they like a hard pass? I think they probably are. Okay. So I want to build this up a little bit more. And it has to be with pedestrian roads, right? It can't be with regular roads. So let's put this right there. Right there. Oh, yeah, right there. That's good. Good, 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 good. Nope, right there. Okay. Then we're going to build it over here and over here. Over here and over there. Nice. Look at that. And then this can go right over here. Oh, can we connect those? Nice. Nice. Yeah. That's what I am talking about right there. Okay. And then we're going to put some light residential over by the shore. Right? Because that's where the rich people live. And then some medium density residential, a little bit more in because that's where the poor people live. Okay. And then we still have some commercial, so we're going to put light commercial, just a couple. And then we're going to give these guys, we're going to give them a school, an elementary school. We're going to give them a high school too. How's high school? Yeah, we're getting a little low on high school. So I think we need to tear out some of this. Uh-oh. Okay, let me fix that. Give me a second. I'll fix that. Just give me a second, okay? All right. And then that's the high school. Okay, so they're complaining it. Okay, so they're not connected to the water and sewage. That's easy enough to fix. It's easy enough to fix because here we have a connection right here from this house. Oh, did that not connect? Okay, it did connect. Okay. Is that flowing? There we go. There we go. Okay. So we got that. We've got this element. Okay, so let's give them, of course, like I said, we need the medical clinic so people can go and get their 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 chlamydia tests. Okay, let's see, go over there like that, and then we're gonna just go ahead and upgrade this one. Just gonna give it all the upgrades. It's really not even like a, I mean, it's kind of like a step beyond. It's kind of like where physician assistants work. Like maybe there's like there's probably like a supervisory doctor on payroll, but for the most part, it's just physician assistants working there, and then they're the ones who like are just like contributing to the what is it, the narcotic addiction, what's the word, not oxy, um, opioid addiction. So it's the physician assistants, not the doctors, because the physician assistants, they make, I mean, you can make decent money as a physician assistant. You can make probably, what, I don't know, I wonder how much. Joe, what's the average salary of a physician assistant? Actually, so I like to think of this place as Fairbanks, Alaska. So what is the average salary of a physician assistant in Fairbanks, Alaska? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, so let's put this here. And then we're going to connect. We can connect it here, right? But we're going to connect it only with pedestrian roads. All right, I'm not going to connect there. Actually, I'm going to move this over a little bit because I want to connect it over here. Let's move this. No, but what I was getting to is that it's like the physician assistants. They're the ones who because they can write. They like a physician assistant can write a prescription for opioids, right? They can just go to town. So maybe somebody comes in, they're like, hey, can you like write me a prescription? And then they write a prescription, and then it's the physician assistant will get a little kickback. My guess, 134K. Yeah, 134K, which is decent money, right? I mean, 134K is pretty good money. But but at 134K, somebody could come in and be like, hey, just hook me up with a script every month, like indefinitely for like 90 pills, and I'll give you. I'm trying to think. I was going to say 5,000, but I don't think 5,000 is worth it. The going rate for opioid. What is this? What is this error? No medical supplies. Is that because there's no roads? Could that be? I'm going to leave it alone. No, the going rate for opioids on the black market is like it's $1 per milligram generally. Google says 127K. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, let's just put some over here. We'll put there, and then we'll leave that like that. All right, so the high school is going. I'm going to put some. Let's see. I want to put a little bit of mixed housing around the high school, and then we'll just go to more. Okay. See, look. This is what I'm talking about. The medical clinic, right? Perfectly fine now. No complaints. No complaints at all. This is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of times, if you just leave the problems alone, they'll fix themselves. It's true. It's true. And this is a perfect example of that. Okay. Now, let's give these people some parks, right? Let's give them... This feels like a baseball community, right? Like a baseball. No, wait, there is no baseball field. Okay, this feels like a soccer community, like because it's like soccer mom community. So apparently not. Okay, so this feels like a skate park community. These kids deserve a skate park, and we'll put it right across the street from the high school. So that way, like, they can go to school, and then after school, they can go to the skate park and skate. And then you know what else they deserve? They deserve a pool. I know there's a community pool. Where did the community pool go? There it is. And we'll put that also near the high school. Perfect. And then what about the dogs? I think the dogs over here deserve a place to go play too. There's the dog park right there. We'll put that over here. Okay. And then, so let's see. People are, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it is just a pedestrian community. Like nobody's walking. Nice little community. And this over here is going well. I would really, really, really like to see some high residential, some high density residential. I think, what is this? This is waiting for a hearse. I'm pretty sure I put high density residential somewhere over here. I would really like to see that get built up. But it's a slow process. Let's check over on Poop Island, actually. There were a couple over here, weren't there? There was like here? No. Oh, wait. I bet those are like low. Those are low density offices. We're going to replace those with high density offices. And like right there too. Where did the high density residential go? It's somewhere over here. Let's actually do this. Where did it go? It's hiding. Oh, there's some. I think that's some. And there's nothing being built there. Nothing. Nothing, because Poop Island, I mean, why wouldn't you want to live on Poop Island, right? Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Just poop. Oh, wait. Is this one? Okay, I thought that one might not be functional. And it just continues. I mean, eventually the whole island is going to be circled. Right? Let's see. Let's see. I'm thinking about adding more. That's what I'm doing. So let's just add a couple more. No. What happened? What happened to my menu? There it is. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to destroy that. Ugh. Bummer. All right. Is it connected? Yeah, it's connected. All right. Okay. Yeah, Joe. Try making a poop island in City Skylines 1, huh? Try doing this. Try making this work of beauty in City Skylines 1. I mean, I know you could, but it's not going to be as good as this. Oh man, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to, when the poop encircles all of Poop Island, it's going to be beautiful. Let's see. Joetopia, how's Joetopia doing? Pretty good. I think people have moved out of the low rent housing. Yeah, look, there's tons of zoned low rent housing and nobody's living in it. I don't know why. And I think on the last stream I made the argument that being near a nuclear power plant, it's clean. Nuclear energy is clean. It's very clean. So it's not as though it's spewing like burnt plastic carcinogens into the air. That's just water. That's all that is. It's just it's water. Water vapor. That's all it is. So I don't know why people wouldn't want to live there. I mean, like, imagine, you live here, you wake up, look out the window, and that's your view. Oh, wait. Yeah, see, that's not a bad view. Okay, there we go. That's your view right there. Like, I'm going to go on a run. What a beautiful part of town. And then behind you is the chicken farm, and next to the chicken farm is the landfill. Oh, wait, is this a house? Yeah, that's an apartment building. All right, let's put a few low density residential places. Like, let's put something here and here, and then there and there. What is this? What are they complaining about? Water damage. Oh, don't move there. Okay. And this is doing well. How is the airport doing? Airline 1. Line usage 15%. Passengers 52. Okay, so it's not getting used. Okay, maybe line 2 is not getting used. Passengers 0. Line 3 has 32 passengers and line 4 has 0. So it's very fickle. And then line 5 has 1 passenger. There's one guy who uses that plane. So, I don't know. If you take it off and looking at your city, this is what you see. Like coming in for a landing. It would be cool if you could like go into like flight simulator mode. But this is pretty cool, right? I mean, I'd visit this city. I'd be pretty excited if this was the city I saw when I landed on the plane. Like, wow, there must be so much fun, cool stuff going on here in this city, in Mr. Goshtopia. Oh, there she is. There she is. All right. I'm going to save this game, and I'm going to make sure I actually exit the game this time. Save. And then I'm going to exit to desktop. There we go. All right. Nice. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a wonderful, wonderful evening with Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you again soon.